Hello, my curvy girlfriends. It's your favorite curvy girl, Keila, and I am here with an episode of On the Pink Couch. So, on today's episode, we are talking about one of my absolute favorite topics to talk about, and it's confidence. So, if you want to know a little bit more about confidence, then stay tuned. So, first of all, I just gotta say, y'all, look at my outfit today. It's just like a little satin maxi dress. The back is out. I got it from Fashion Nova Curve. It is a little big. I would like for it to be a little bit tighter, which is why I have the belt on, and I love a mixed print. So, the floral with the leopard. Yeah, I just feel really cute today. And, sorry, my watch. and, it was so important for me to look cute today because I did not feel, or lately I have not been feeling my most confident. And I consider myself a confidence guru, a confidence advocate. I am here on the pink couch, and I started on the pink couch to help women, but in particular my fellow curvy plus size girls out there, to help us in building up our confidence and building up our self-esteem. So although I consider myself to be a highly confident person, sometimes I don't feel confident. Sometimes I'm not feeling my 100% most confident self. And so it is so appropriate for me to do this episode on confidence on a day that I am not necessarily feeling my most confident. Well, I wasn't feeling my most confident until I got myself together. And now I'm like, back to the Keila I know. So, just a little bit about On the Pink Couch. This is my first episode in my new direction. I am relaunching On the Pink Couch on YouTube. I have actually been doing On the Pink Couch episodes for over a year now, but I've been doing them exclusively on Facebook Live. And I decided that this was the year and this was the time to finally put my content and put my show out on YouTube in hopes to reach a larger audience and to hopefully help some young woman, some lady out there to increase her confidence. I wanted to do this first episode about confidence because, as you can see in my little profile picture, that this is what On the Pink Couch is mostly about. It's about confidence, it's about my lifestyle, it's about fashion, all wrapped up into one. So it's only befitting that the first episode is about confidence, one of my favorite topics. So just to kind of tell what's been going on with me lately and my confidence story. So basically, last year I lost 81 pounds before my 30th birthday. I turned 30 on November 6th of last year. And before that, literally the day before November 5th, the day before my 30th birthday, I reached 81 pounds down. And my goal was to be 80 pounds down before I turned 30. So I was super excited, super happy that I reached my goal. I went to Cancun, had a lovely time. I was in the best shape of my life. I started out my weight loss journey last January at 289 pounds. And like I said, I lost 81 pounds. So I was 208 by the time I left and went to Cancun. And I was just feeling my best, in the best shape of my life, And since coming back from Cancun, it was the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. And so I just didn't jump right back into my diet. I didn't go completely crazy, but I enjoyed my holidays. I ate what I wanted around the holidays. I wasn't really strict on working out or anything like that. And because of that, I've just kind of been doing this little roller coaster with my weight. And I have since gained back like 30 pounds since losing the 80 pounds. And At first I wasn't noticing the change, but lately I've been definitely feeling it when I put my clothes on and then just kind of looking at myself in the mirror. You know, I can tell that I'm definitely not 208 like I was. I'm not feeling, you know, the way that I was feeling. And because of that, it's just kind of been, you know, weighing on my confidence a little bit. Like I said this morning when I woke up, I wasn't necessarily feeling like my normal, confident diva self. But I said, you know what? This is the perfect day to do this video, because although I am confident most of the time and I consider myself a confident advocate, a confidence guru, I, you know, preach having high self-esteem and increased confidence to women all the time. But the truth of the matter is, no one is confident every single day. No one is feeling their absolute best every single day. One of my tricks that I always tell women to help them increase their confidence is, on the days that you are not feeling your most confident, that is the day where you need to push yourself more. Don't feed into how you're really feeling. You know, when you're not feeling your best, you're like, I don't feel like looking cute. I'm not going to put on makeup. I'm just going to put on some jogging pants that's like 3 sizes too big. And, you know, that only feeds into the negative feelings that you're already having. And it's counterproductive. Like, it's not going to help you feel any better. If anything, it's going to make you feel worse. So on the days where you're not feeling your most confident, that's where you need to push yourself. That's where you need to put your makeup on. Put your makeup on. Put on some accessories. Do something to your hair. Put on a very nice outfit. Like, literally, I could wear this dress on a date or somewhere. I ain't going nowhere today. But because I was not feeling my 100% best, I had to push myself. And now I'm just feeling like on top of the world. And before I was feeling like, well, I'm not going nowhere. But now I'm like, I can't waste this cute outfit. Like, sit in the house. I got to get outside and go somewhere. I don't even care if it's just the Walmart market. I'm going somewhere today because this outfit is just too cute to waste at the house. So anyway, that's just one of my tricks to kind of help, you know, boost your confidence. For most of my like teenage and adult life, I have had people compliment me on, you know, how they love my confidence. That's one of the most compliments that I get is, oh my gosh, you're so confident. Like, how did you get like that? I love that. You know, I wish I had that. And so I started on the pink couch to help women, in particular curvy girls, become more confident. And so I will say, though, I have not been confident my entire life. You know, when I was younger, a little kid, I was always pretty skinny, not like real thin, because I always had a little jump back there, but I was always, you know, small, skinny. When puberty came along, you just naturally start to pick up more weight. You know, your body starts to change, your metabolism changes, all that good stuff, and that's what happened. And so I got to the point where I wasn't really able to lose weight. I started kind of carrying weight, and I still wasn't obese or anything like that, but by the time we moved to Japan, I was like 11 and, you know, going through puberty, and I just realized that I was, you know, heavier than my friends, but not like to the point where, like I said, I wasn't obese or anything, but I knew that I was, you know, a size or 2 bigger than what they were. But wasn't really bothered by it, nothing like that. You know, I didn't really think too much of it. I wasn't having confidence issues at that point in my life. End of 7th grade, the beginning of 8th grade, when we moved to Florida. And that was when I started noticing my weight. And this is not a bash to my mom, but it's just the truth. It's my story. But what happened was my dad's unit was having like this family day at the beach. And so I had got this really cute outfit, like the whole outfit was new, and I had this tube top, and it was like flowy, and I had on some little light color capris and a little shoes to match. And so I went in my mom's room and I was like, okay, I'm ready. Like, what do you think? And she was like, you need to put on something to cover your arms. And I was like, why? Mind you, it's Florida, like it's hot. So, and it was summer, so I'm like, why, you know? And she was like, well, your arms look big. And I was like, okay, you know. And I don't think that she said it to be mean, you know. I don't think it was anything like that. But that at that point, I started realizing things about my body that I didn't like. And that started my road to, I wouldn't say low self esteem, because I can't, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I can't say that I ever had complete low self esteem. But I will say that it definitely wasn't where it is now. So at those stages, that's when I started noticing like things that I didn't like about my body, like, oh, my arms are big, and oh, my thighs are big and they rub together, and all this kind of stuff. My stomach, I had rolls. That's when I started noticing those things. She allowed me to kind of experiment with my wardrobe. She would allow me to wear things that were a little bit revealing, not to the point where I was just like busting all out. I couldn't go crazy. Like, it helped me to do what I call be fake confident. And I thought by wearing those clothes that were more revealing and showing off my body, and by this time I was like 15, 16, and so I was getting attention from the guys. And at that young age, you think that everything is about the attention of a man. And if you have that man's attention, then you're winning and you're beautiful and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that's what it was all about. And for a little while, I was feeling like I was confident, and wearing those types of clothes was helping me feel confident, so I thought. And so I was feeling better about myself. However, I then got to the point, maybe like a year or so later, and I was just like, I don't like this attention that I'm getting. Like, I started realizing that guys would want to talk to me, but it was, and when they would compliment me, it would be things like, ooh, like, you got a big butt, or, you so curvy. It would be like little things like that. And it was nothing about the fact that I was smart or nice or, things like that. And I went to my mom and I said, Mom, I don't like that. I don't like that type of attention. Like, I want people to like me because of who I am and not what I look like. And I told her, I said, I don't like that, and I don't want to continue to dress like this. And so by the time we moved to Alabama my junior year, I changed up the way that I would dress. I'm not saying I walked around here dressed like a nun, but at that point I realized that my confidence had nothing to do about what I wore, but it had everything to do about what I felt about myself and what I knew to be true about myself. And I really started working on truly building my confidence and not being fake confident, and allowing, my clothes to make me feel better. And so I really started working on myself, and I would do things like have mirror time, which is something that my mom taught me when I was a kid. And she would be like, when me and my brother would get in trouble, she'd say, y'all need to go into your room and y'all need to go look in that mirror and you need to have a conversation with yourself. And that little thing was so profound to me, and it's been something that I have kind of done throughout my entire life. And what I started doing was really going and looking into that mirror, almost as if I was peering into my soul and talking to myself. And the first time that I ever truly did this, I cried. Like, it was very emotional for me, because I realized that I didn't like the way that I looked, and I didn't know what to do about it, how to fix it, how to change it. But I knew that I didn't want to continue to feel like this. And so what I did was I would have mirror time all the time. And in having that time, I would start basically speaking self-affirmations to myself, telling myself things intentionally, like, you are so beautiful, you are so worthy, you are everything that you want to be and more. You're intelligent. Yeah, you got big arms, but your arms are beautiful. Everything about all those types of things I would start telling myself. And you can do this, like, on Being Mary Jane, she would write down quotes that she taglines that she wanted to use in her show, and she would put them on her mirror. If you need to do that with affirmations, do that. Put them wherever you need to put them so that you can see them. And the more you see them, the more you say them, the more you start to believe them. It is a process. And it is something that I started doing every day, to the point where it became a habit. Like, literally, when I get dressed now, and anybody that's been around me when I get dressed, they will tell you this. Like, I'm literally like, ooh, girl, you look so good. Like, baby, you are rocking that dress. Like, ooh, I do that naturally. And it's not anything to be cocky, but at this point, it's just a habit because I spent so much time doing this when I was trying to build my confidence that it's just kind of a habit now. And one thing I will say about building your confidence is you have to start by, first of all, accepting what it is that you currently look like. You know, whatever it is that you're not feeling confident about, whether it's your whole body in total or whether it is one thing about your body, whatever it is, you got to start accepting it. Because at the end of the day, my arms are big today. They're probably not going to change tomorrow and even the next day. It is a process. And even with losing weight, like I said, I lost 81 pounds last year. Even with losing that weight, I didn't start to recognize the changes in myself until I was months into it. I still was seeing myself as a heavier person, even though people were like, girl, oh my God, you lost so much weight. You know, I still didn't see it. I had to actively kind of like work to see the changes that were being made in my body. But that took time. It's not gonna happen tomorrow. You're not gonna wake up tomorrow and not have that fupa. Like, it's probably still gonna be there. Not probably. It is still gonna be there. Even if you start exercising today, in a month, it's probably still gonna be there. And that's okay, but you gotta learn to accept it. And another thing that I always tell people is don't just think that because you lose weight, you're automatically gonna feel confident. Weight and confidence are not necessarily tied together. Because there are smaller people out here that got banging bodies that look like J-Lo, and they still are not confident in their bodies. They're still not confident in themselves. So don't think that just because you lose weight, you're automatically going to be confident. That's not how it works. It has to be something that you work on now. Even at 289 pounds, I still felt like thebomb.com. I still thought I was a bad, you know what, you know. My confidence was no different than it is now, you know, or even when I was, you know, 81 pounds smaller, because I said now that I've gained some weight, but even still, I still felt like I was the bomb, you know. You got to feel it now at whatever size you are now. You got to accept who you are right now. You got to start loving who you are now, because even if you are dealing with issues with your body and not feeling confident, you're still worthy. You are still beautiful. I don't care what it is that you currently look like, whether you want to change what you look like or not, you are still worthy, and you still have to love yourself currently before you will ever be able to love yourself, you know, once you get to whatever goal you're trying to get to. So on top of like the self-affirmations, I started journaling. I would write down, you know, what I was feeling, my thoughts, and, you know, things that I was struggling with, things that I had overcome. And going back and reading those things just kind of helped add to my confidence, because I was like, man, you know, I was able to get over that. You know, I was able to finally accept the fact that my thighs are big and they rub together. And it is what it is. Like, I went through this whole point when I was in my teenage years that I would not wear shorts because I felt like, oh my God, like, what are people gonna think? You know, my thighs are rubbing together. And my best friend, who is a smaller girl and always has been, she one day was like, Keila, those shorts look great on you. And she said, let me just ask you, you know, are your thighs gonna be big tomorrow? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, are they gonna be big the next day? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, well, you need to get the damn shorts and you need to wear shorts. We were out shopping. So she was like, you need to get them shorts and you gonna wear them. Like, it's totally fine. Your thighs look like this today. Nothing is gonna change about them in the next day or couple of days or whatever. But that doesn't mean that you just need to put yourself in a box, you know. And that helped me profoundly. And I got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna put myself in a box. Heck yeah, I got big thighs, but I'm still finna put on this mini skirt. I'm still fixing to put on these shorts. I'm gonna look appropriate now. I ain't no shade to anybody else that wears what, you know, that wear what they want to wear. I'm all totally for that. However, I'm also for, you know, looking presentable in my clothes. So although I wear like crop tops and shorts and things like that, I always style it in an appropriate manner. I don't like having like my stomach hanging out over my pants or shorts or anything like that. I ain't about that life. But anyway, so I just was like, I'm not gonna box myself in. I'm gonna wear what I feel like I want to wear. I say all this to say that confidence is something that you have to actively work at every day. You have to want to be more confident, and you have to take the necessary steps to build your confidence. You cannot look for an outside person to validate you, to make you feel confident. That's no one else's job but your own. You have to increase your self-esteem and increase your confidence. And you do that by, like I said, having those conversations with yourself in the mirror and getting to the point where you can literally look at yourself in the mirror completely naked, do a scan of your body and say, I love everything about my body. It may not be what I want it to be in the future, but it is what it is right now. And I love it because you can't change it right now. You can't change it in this moment. You can't snap your fingers and be 100 pounds lighter. Everything is a process. But what you want to do is love yourself through whatever stage it is that you're going through. And like I said, even if you have to put on clothes like I did today to make yourself feel confident, do that. If you have to do your makeup, do that. But what you want to be able to do is get to the point where you can look at yourself makeup free, outfit free, accessory free, and love who is staring back at you in the mirror. That's the main goal. So yeah, I really hope that this episode and this information has helped someone out there. Like I said, I am totally 100% an advocate for women being more confident in their bodies and what it is that they look like. I feel like confidence is the key to a lot of doors in our life. It helps us in relationships. It helps us with setting standards. It helps us perform better at work. It helps us with our friendships. Confidence is a foundation, in my opinion, to pretty much everything that goes on in our life. And so I am here to help women, my curvy girlfriends out there in particular, help you guys become more confident. So I want you guys to like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification button so that you can get notified when I post new videos. I will be posting videos every first and third Friday of the month. So you want to make sure that you're notified when I post. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video.